Good evening. I'm Farah Monger. Welcome to The Truth. It's boring. Our top story tonight takes place in Agassiz, BC, where I'm told an acid attack is underway. That doesn't sound boring at all. Let's go to our correspondent Jenna, who is on the scene.
Thank you, Farah. I'm here in the forest where acid pollutants are raining down upon me.
I thought you'd be more melty.
Well, it's not that kind of acid, Farah.
Are you in danger?
Farah, according to my sources, there's evidence that the inhalation of acid aerosols can irritate the respiratory tract and aggravate respiratory ailments. So in the long term, yes. There's also a very real threat to human health based on the elevated levels of toxic materials in drinking water and food, which I'm told can occur as a result of acid deposition. I mean, determining the effects of toxic pollutants is a complicated issue.
Right. So you're irritated. That's not very interesting. Can you tell us more about the victims of this aggravated assault?
Well, Farah, at this point we know that it is freshwater ecosystems that are the most vulnerable to the harmful effects of acidic precipitation, but as you can see, damage can be inflicted on man-made structures and artifacts like this beautiful antique candle as well.
Yes, I see. Joining us via satellite is environmental professor Vosa Friesen. Care to weigh in on this, Vosa?
Девочка, где мои штаны?
Oh, hello, Farah. What was question? Can you give us your expert opinion on the victims of this crime?
Farah, it is how your waterlogged reporters say difficult problem. Because effects of acid precipitation on terrestrial ecosystems, including agricultural crops and forests, are not well defined. But most authorities agree that potential for damage exists.
Vosa, what is the source of this existential threat?
Yeah, okay, so threat is interesting way to put it. This is how you say your word, not mine. But anyhow, acidic precipitation come from emission of sulfur and nitrogen oxides. They release to environment during combustion of fossil fuels and smelting of sulfide ores, okay? As pollutants transported for hundreds, maybe thousands of kilometers through atmosphere, oxides make complex series of chemical reactions to form acids.
Let's go back to Jenna for a moment. Jenna, any word on who is responsible for these emissions? What did they look like? What were they wearing? The person or persons responsible, I mean.
We have a description of a man wearing a white collar.
If I could interject here, Farah, this is classic example of backward law. You construct and present this crime and justice world that is opposite of real world. In fact, typical person arrested is young poor person of color, not a rich white man, how your shivering correspondents say.
I said the collar was white.
Yeah, let's go to a word from our sponsors.
This program is brought to you by Energy. Literally, we're powering your TV. Remember that when you're considering taking legal action on behalf of some stupid wetland.
Is this the best we could come up with tonight? Seriously, Phil, where is all the predatory criminality? She's just standing in the possibly toxic rain, which may or may not be exacerbating her asthma, while our half-dressed expert goes on about trees and fresh water systems. I mean, who cares about some environmental damage? Is that even a crime? Seriously, where is the violence? Oh crap, I'm back on? Someone should have cut my mic.
If I could address that, Farah.
Why not?
Are you sure? After all, I'm not wearing pants.
Please, enlighten us.
You want this field to find murder to focus on, right?
It would certainly elicit a stronger audience response.
Okay, so out of all crime, murder accounts for only 1/6%, yes? But you focus on this 80% of the time. This is distortion of reality. Why not focusing more on white-collar crime that have much larger social impact?
I think we're out of time.
Oh, sure. White-collar crime is not visually interesting. Nobody cares about indirect harm to ecosystem.
Next time on The Boring Truth, we investigate crime statistics and find out why the biggest threat to your children is probably you or someone you know. Join us, will you?
Did we get it?